Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack here, and we are back at it again, this time with another juicy account takeover from someone in the clan. We have Necron Soul's account here, and everything I'm looking at, the account is in pretty good shape. We have a good roster of champions to pick from, I believe. We'll just go through the motions to check out how he's doing on the clan boss. I believe the focus that we want to do today is Hydra, maybe Chimera, the twins. Yes, we need to get the Iron Twins Fortress to stage 15, which is really, really good to farm so we can get essence and be able to buy awakenings, which is a massive power boost to his characters. But before we get into the rest of the video, if you haven't already, give Raid a download there using the QR code at the top or in the pinned comment and description. I actually just updated my creator code. We've got Tholen as the free legendary now, which I still don't have on my main account. Really run him. We have the Venomage coming in at, I believe, level 10, Tagor at level 20, and you're going to get yourself Stag Knight at level 30. It's a really, really well-rounded just starter team. And on top of that, if you use one of the codes on the screen, my recommendation is going to be Raid 7 or probably Desert Queen. You're going to get yourself 2 legendaries to start with, 3 epics, and this is a very, very powerful start for anybody wanting to start Raid. So if you didn't use a creator code and you're starting Raid, you should definitely just start over and use a creator code for sure. It's going to give you a big head start. And if you're already playing Raid and you're like, I don't need this, consider starting a free-to-play account. Honestly, really fun, really humbling when I did it a couple months back, and I think you'd be surprised. And of course, the last thing, even if you play Raid or you're going to start Raid and you need a clan, join dudes. I always try to keep at least one open spot, and if it's filled up, just message me on Discord and we'll find a spot for you. All right, enjoy the rest of the video. So taking a look at the roster, got Ezio, Xenomorph, and the Grand Parag, which was part of our creator code, I believe, last month or the month before, but we actually changed that to Tholen, which he also has. We have the Teal Crest, which is an amazing support. We'll go over their abilities very, very soon, but he is very nice. Desert Queen's insane. Tholen, we love this guy. We got Drake's, which was, I believe, a login reward. We got Thar, which is a great support as well. Arbiter, Hearts, which is not bad. And we also have a Geomancer level 60 with 4-star awakening on him, which is going to be big. We got a Tagor in here. We got a Viper, Morag, Ugo. There's quite a bit of level 60 champions on this account. We even have the new Equalizer on here, and then the rest looks like food. Okay, yeah, so it's a really good start. We're going to briefly look at gear, but I believe Necro has been good on the gear. We have crit rate on the Xenomorph at well over 100, so maybe we'll change that. We have his attack pretty decent. We have crit damage, okay. We have him in some perception gear and a bit of feral for some more speed. Okay, do we have any? All right, so we have some chronophage stuff. Ideally on the accessories, getting some chronophage, which was the previous event with the Ninja Turtles, or Pinpoint, which is going on now, is going to be really good. That's going to give you even some more speed. Granted, Xenomorph doesn't really need speed too much, but just having that extra speed from that, it's pretty much the same as the chronophage. I know this 2-set bonus is the 10% speed. All right, so Xenomorph's gear, we got him in speed, res, HP, crit rate, defense, attack's not bad, speed, crit damage, accuracy, HP is fine. We got the crit rate gloves on here as well. Fence on there, flat stat, don't need that, but that's okay. It rolled crit damage 3 times. Okie dokie. We have an attack chest with defense, crit rate, speed, and more defense on there. I believe we can maybe find a better chest, hopefully. And then for boots, of course, we love that speed. Ezio in full chronophage. Okay, I do not believe he needs to be in full chronophage unless you're doing PvP. I'm going to base my stuff off of the doing PvE right now. Maybe if we have time to do some PvP stuff. We have Grand in what looks to be some Immortal and Divine Speed, which is nice. Checking out, okay, Dragonstone. He is not booked. He is masteried out. So looking at this account, I believe first priority on books. We're just going to go through it. I'll bring this up here on the side. Yeah, Grand Parag as a fantastic support champion. He has a book value of 10 out of 10, focusing on his A2 and A3, which are going to be the Spores, which has a double -1 cooldown, putting it at 4 turns, and team up with all allies on a single enemy. Allies joining the attack will default skills, also restores all allies destroyed max HP and places a continuous heal on all allies. And then his rhythm, again, -2 cooldown on this, making it on a 3-turn cooldown. Very, very good. Fills the turn meters of all allies by 20%, then removes all debuffs from all allies and places a 30% speed increase. So really, really big for clan boss being able to have this on a 3-turn cooldown, meaning there's only really one turn they won't have the plus speed, which is huge. So definitely a book priority there. And then another one that stood out to me, let's bring this up. This is one of the other supports, the Teal Crest, which also is insane. As you can see, pretty much 5 stars at most things with a book value at 10 out of 10, focusing on his A2 and A3, them being again -1 cooldown, -1 cooldown, -1 cooldown, attacks all enemies before attacking, removes all buffs from all enemies. Absolutely insane. 75% chance of placing block buffs, very, very good, and a 30% decrease speed buff on all enemies for 2 turns, and then also fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. So like insane. And we can get this on a 3-turn cooldown. And then we have his Sky Mirage, which is on 6 turns, but it actually goes to 4 after you book them, and then places a 50% res buff. Really, really good for Chimera and Hydra, and a perfect veil buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Decrease the cooldown of all ally active skills. Pretty good for PvP, except this champion's by 3 turns. Also, just in general, does very well with Grand Parag. Keep the speed up and to be able to keep the turn meter going, and then the cooldown of this skill cannot be decreased or reset. So yeah, we've got some really great champions on this account for both Clan Boss, Hydra, and Chimera. I don't think gear is essentially going to be the problem here. I'm looking at most things. We could go through the gear. Speed, Desert Queen could probably be a bit faster, and I'm seeing a lot of EVP gear. So let's go ahead and focus on Ezio, I believe, first, because again, Ezio, Xenomorph, fantastic combo. I'm going to go preset manager for him. I'm just going to save this out. Chrono, and we'll probably just give this guy a hard reset on the gear and see what we can put him in. Full set of Chrono is not bad, but I believe he would benefit more from Savage, Lethal, even Relentless to be able to attack multiple times, get the poison debuff off of the bosses that Xenomorph puts, and to be able to just keep resetting that to keep filling up as many poisons as possible. So first things first, I suppose let's go ahead and look at some weapons and see what we have on this account. So we'll do this, we'll do a little bit of this, we'll go for primary stats, we have to go attack, so substats. Let's give him some speed, let's give him some crit rate, because we do want to get him at the 100% crit rate for sure. Got some decent cruel stuff, flexion, we have perception for accuracy, and then we have Mercurial, which is pretty nice as well. Okay, so that's definitely more PvP on Mercurial, which I have built. You could probably build out that later. Let's focus on cruel, I suppose, for now, and see how that goes. I did not really see anything else. So what do we have here? Crit rate, HP, speed, nice. Speed, crit rate, res, attack. Crit rate, attack, speed, res. I am leaning towards these 2 pieces here. So so it's basically attack, speed, crit rate, and this is crit rate, speed, attack. Pretty much the same exact thing. So I guess we'll just upgrade these and see where it lands. Maybe it lands on speed or crit rate. Res landing there. We'll grab this other piece real fast and see how that goes. Maybe we hit a 2 or 3 of one thing. We have attack and speed. We were going to go ahead and equip that one. Don't really need res at the moment too much. Let's move to the helms. We have a nice cruel piece here. Res, crit rate, attack, speed. That works for me. And we hit accuracy and speed. That is quite nice as well. Fantastico. This is going by very, very nicely. We have a fatal piece of gear here, which would be nice if we can get them in a 2 set of that. So we have crit rate, speed, and res. Works for me. Now let's see if we have either a chest or some nice crit rate gloves to go with this, and then we'll see what the other 2 pieces are going to look like. We'll take off crit rate here and see what we have. Not too much there. Ugo has crit rate gloves with speed and attack on the immortal set. And then Mercurial, what is the 2 set on Mercurial? More what's this? More percentage HP, res, and speed for 3 piece. Okay, that doesn't have to be bad, but he really only benefits off 2 here. I think we're going to take the immortal off here. This is like not really bad stuff at all. Okay, let's go to the body. Maybe we find a decent chest. We've got an attack chest here with crit rate, speed, defense, crit damage, res, accuracy. Accuracy is not bad, but I'm leaning towards the attack just because we want this guy to absolutely pump. So let's go ahead and throw this on him. And then let's take a look at the boots with the fur, shall we? And then we definitely want main stats, speed, and then let's go with the crit and see if we can find something interesting here. Immortal, 2 set, HP, defense. Not really the best boots there. Speed with res, attack, HP, and crit rate. Really not bad boots. Divine life boots. And then for perception, we have attack, defense, crit rate, attack. I honestly feel like taking the divine life boots off, but if we could also find a chest or gloves for perception, I think that would be quite nice. Yeah, there is a small chance after upgrading these pieces that we actually can go attack on gloves. So I'm going to take a quick peek there. Generally don't go for sets, but when you have this amount of gear, it actually could work out quite nicely. Yeah, so we can switch this for this, that for that. Let's upgrade these and see if we can get close to that 100% crit and see where we land. We also have the ability to forge gear, add some gems in there and increase that crit rate a little bit if we get a little bit lucky on our side. Nice, did not land on either of the stats we did not want. This is working out very nicely. We hit the crit rate and crit damage. Fantastic. Miss speed, but that's okay. So what are we sitting at? We're sitting at crit rate is absolutely abysmal. 43 plus the 15. So we are quite a ways off of that. Not really terrible pieces of gear here. So let's go ahead and take this to 16. We don't have too much money here, so I don't want to play too hard. Might actually have to go back on those gloves. I'm not going to lie. We're very close to getting to where we need to go. Maybe we can go back to gloves real fast and see if we can find a glove with crit rate on them. And we want to see if there's any pinpoint. No, perception. Defense, attack, defense. Yeah, that's not going to do it. This is okay. We don't need exactly that. Once he gets it, we should be able to do it. So we're getting a primary stat crit on here. Substat, take off crit, and then put back on those gloves we just had. I do believe they were these. All right, so this puts us at about 8% over on crit, but that's fine for the time being. We don't have too much money to work with. And then also this, I believe if we have a Talon, I'd love to throw a Talon on this guy. We do have plenty of Talon, so let's go ahead and equip that. Let's upgrade the Talon, please. Can we upgrade rank? We can. And we'll go over what that Talon means here in a second. I'm not going to... it's fine. We upgraded it once. I'm gonna go. Where it has 20% chance to deal 10% more damage when attacking. Very, very nice. He hits hard. He hits often, and that should be good. We're gonna go ahead and save this here. Fantastico. All right. Grand Pereg looks good. He's got a shit ton of health. He's not super fast. We've got immortal gear. We got speed on this, speed on this, speed on this. No speed on the speed boots. Speed on the chest. HP. The only thing that's really missing is speed on the gloves. But this should be fine. Again, looking at the accessories, we're going to be able to get a bit more speed once we get the pinpoint, which definitely be farming that. But Pereg looks okie dokie. Dragon's fine. Once he gets booked, he's going to be a lot stronger. This is the other huge champion, the Teal Crest, which I think is going to be fantastic. It looks like he's in a mixture of things here, and it looks like he's built more for PvP at the moment. Speed's not bad. Health is pretty good. Let's just look really quick how he should be built, because I do not have this champion on my account. I wish I did. He wants accuracy and speed first, then res, then HP. So for his accuracy, what are we looking at? About 250. Let's take a look at the gear. No accuracy on this. No accuracy on this. We've got some accuracy and speed on this, which is nice. We got speed, accuracy, and some HP here. And these mythical boots with crit, speed, crit damage, and that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think we can probably make this guy just a bit better. So we'll just do, this was your, it's definitely more PvP because it has, build first. Go through the motions of seeing what we have here. Filter. Rank and rarity. Let's go for the good stuff first. Let's go for the whoop on and substats. We definitely want accuracy, so he lands his ability, speed, and HP. We're going to be a little bit greedy with this because I do believe this account can handle it. Feral bonuses. Speed, accuracy, places block debuffs, buff on wear at the start of each round. That's not bad. We get 5 piece. We get 3 pieces, also 40 more accuracy, which I don't believe is going to be the worst thing. And these are really good stats that we want on this guy. So that's a really good find right there. We've got some perception gear and another fatal piece. We have accuracy, speed, HP, and crit damage. Very nice. We have a perception stuff here, which again, more accuracy and speed. Absolutely love this. Some defense, speed. These are 2 fantastic pieces. Wow. Yeah, they're both basically the same. This one has HP. This one has HP. This is like exactly the same pieces. So let's go to 12 and see what they roll. Lots of HP. That's not a bad thing. This one rolled all speed. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Actually, very, very nice. All right, now let's take a look at gloves. We'll take off substats of the HP percentage, put the primary stat for percentage HP, and see what we have here. We have supersonic with some defense, speed, attack. Yeah, not exactly what we were looking for there. What are these looking like? HP, accuracy, speed, HP, but this flat stat, don't really care about that too much. Let's take off speed here and see. No. Let's go accuracy and HP. Be a little greedy about it. No. Yeah, it looks like these are really our only option, and those aren't particularly great. I'd like to find a perception piece. If not, we'll have to probably go with that feral piece because I think we're at, oh my God, there's no speed on these boots. Jesus. Yeah, you gotta boots with the speed, boys. Boots with the speed all day. If you can't do it, you can't afford it. Simple as that. All right, what do we have? Boots with the speed. I need to click equipped here. That's probably going to help out. I probably should have gone back to the other thing to see what we had going on. So we do have perception with the boots, but they're on the Ezio, and he's going to be very important to the process. But I think we can be a little bit greedy now. Doesn't look like we can be that greedy. What are these? Speed, defense? Oh, God. Those are atrocious. All right, take off accuracy. Let's go HP percent. And let's go... Okay, what do we got here? Speed, res, HP, attack, defense. Not the worst things I've seen on Bloodthirst. Slayer set, Mercurial set, speed, attack, defense, HP, crit damage. I mean, these are better than what we got going on here. And we still got the 2-piece Mercurial, which will give us a little bit more HP and res, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and pump these bad boys up. So ideally right now, this chest piece... It's got accuracy on it, which is not bad. So let's go ahead and where are we at right now? A little bit less health. Our accuracy is 300, which is fantastic. But if we do get rid of this chest, which is an extra 78, we'll be at around 250, which is what he was at before. But we have a decent, I think a little bit more speed and a little bit more health. I'll have to see what he had before because we can compare. Remember, these are also 12. This isn't even upgraded. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. Okay. That definitely juiced it up a bit. So what was I looking at? Chesticles. And let's see what we have for primary stat for both accuracy and HP. And then substats, absolutely speed. All right, what do we have? Cruel, critical, divine. So let's take off this. Just keep speed. See what we have equipped. Gatorman this, Gatorman that. Protection, Mercurial. HP percent, res, crit rate, speed. I think in the chest we have now is probably fine. But that makes me want to, what was the 4 set of this? Places block. I don't think that 4 set really matters that much. I think this shield is quite nice the way that it rolled. And then attack, don't really need that. It looks like for accessories, we're really lacking. So definitely, again, running that pinpoint dungeon, trying to knock up your accessories. And then we have defense on this. Do we have accuracy banner? Accuracy banner? We do not. Accuracy. And then for ring, we don't really need attack, but it does have HP percent. It does have defense. Another defense. So yeah, I think that's probably the best we're going to get going on here. Let me save this real quick and just compare it to what he had. And remember, these are not fully leveled up yet. So we have about 74k life, speeds at 210, accuracy well over 300. Okay. And then let's take a look at what we had on before. We have about the same amount of health. He is a little bit slower, but that's because we did not upgrade the boots all the way, which I will probably do because it's really important. And his accuracy is 50 points higher, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and back what we had done. Let's upgrade the boots first, as bottom row upgrading is way more important. That was actually only 1 million to upgrade that. That's actually insane. I think we have enough to play with here that we can just upgrade the rest of it. Yeah, we're getting really, oh my God, so much speed. We're getting quite lucky on these. It's only costing like 1 mil to go to 16, which I'm not used to seeing. Yeah, so now we are at 75k. We have 200 and what is that, 30 speed? So tons more accuracy, tons more speed, about the same life. And that's a good thing, especially on this champion. Piranahawk looks okay. Tholen almost at the 100% crit. We got, okay, good. Ezio's the 100% crit. Yeah, just going back, checking. Also, there's brimstone on every single person. Brimstone on this. Yeah, that's a lot of brimstone. So when you look at brimstone, you can only have one of these at a time. So generally, if you're building like a clan boss team or like a Hydra team, maybe on a Hydra team, you can have 2 just in case one like dies or gets eaten. You want to keep it up. But ideally, you only really need 1 brimstone because you can only have 1 at a time. So I do like Ezio with the Nature's Wrath. Increase the damage inflicted by this champion for every debuff successfully placed. And as we scroll down, we get up to, again, 15% and increases by 3%. So I really like Ezio on Nature's Wrath instead of Brimstone. Xenomorph with Brimstone, not a big deal. And then Piranahawk, I'm not sure Brimstone you want on her. I can check really fast, but it might be what you do. I should probably know this off the top of my head, as she is part of like most of my teams. Yeah, so brimstone on her is fine. We have 2 brimstoners. That's fine. We have intimidating presence on Grand Pereg, which I don't believe is correct. You want cruelty on this guy. So this is strengthen your team's aura and weakens the enemy team's aura. Okay, I can see how that would not be too bad. We'll probably leave that open. And then what is this guy's? He has cruelty on him. Okay, perfect. So we have 1 cruelty going. It's on the fast. We have the aura, so we get more speed. All right. All right, so picking up where we left off, we need to get to stage 15 for the Iron Twins. So we have a build, I believe I put in right here for us, and it should be good. It just revolves around keeping that Geomancer alive. I believe I already set up the abilities. Yeah, so we have Radiant off because we want him to do a decent amount of damage. We start with all that. Whatever he does is fine. We have this guy doing his quick grasps. We have Toronto Hawk lead for the accuracy buff. We have Arbiter just doing whatever. It really doesn't matter. She has a res and she's somebody. And then Tagore. I guess instead of Arbiter, I mean, Weaken's pretty good. Instead of Arbiter, we could probably put in the other support person. And this should be good. Grand Pereg, we may not even need him. All right, let's give it a whirl. Try to get him up. So auto, use their abilities. So basically the whole point is to just have the Geomancer pretty much kill the boss. Might need more heal, but we'll see. Yeah, theoretically Geomancer should just carry this whole entire thing. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, these 2 Lizardmen support, they're quite juicy. There actually might be somebody better than Tagore, but I mean, he gives speed. Toronto Hawk gives speed. He has a res if anybody dies. So yeah. Yeah, this is looking fine. Everybody is at full life, and the boss is just about dead. We've got minus speed on boss. We have the block buffs on boss. And then Geomancer's fast enough to just keep his debuffs up. So that's really, really nice. All right. And then the last one should be stage 15 here. Let's change the abilities around just a second. So we don't need the speed right off the bat. So we're going to open with this. And then this one is also res perfect veil. Attacks all enemy. Block buff. So, and then what? Those turn meters. Okay, so we're going to open with this. Open with that. And then we're open with this. All right, this should be much better now. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, we had like gazillion speed, and we needed to throw the speed on the boss first, and then block the buff, so he just moves nice and slow now. So this should give our guys time to just not all basically die at once, and the speed to be kind of like evened out a bit more, which it looks like that is exactly what happened here. So this is substantially better. Yeah, being able to throw auto in, but you got to make sure that you're weaving in, you know, using the abilities, kind of stagnating them instead of just like he uses speed and then he uses speed and then he uses speed and then, you know, you have no speed left, you have no defense, and everything's gone, everything's dead, everything we worked for is gone. And now look at this. Look at this. This is powerful right here. There's the block buffs, there's the minus speed. Unfortunately for that attack, our Geomancer did not have the HP burn on the boss, but theoretically his next attack should. Hopefully before the boss's next attack, or not. All right, hopefully the next one will have Geomancer's burn in here. There it is. And then ideally we get one more. Oh, shit. Okay. Generally, we wouldn't have missed 2 full swings from the boss without the burn, so he must have just applied burn and then immediately the boss got like removed debuffs. That was just a bit unfortunate, but we did knock it out, so it might require a little tweaking. Overall, we went from stage 12 to 15, and he should be able to farm 15 now on Iron Twins fairly easily. That was a close one, but I think a little bit more tweaking, it'll be even better, and of course better gear. It'll be better. All right, so for clan bosses, we have Hydra. I do believe Hard does not have quick battle, and Normal, he does. Okay, so on hard, to open up quick battle for him, we need to do over 20 million damage. I'm a really a big fan of auto, so we're gonna do that. Save current team. This is what I was thinking. We're gonna turn off this. We're gonna turn off this. This is fine. We're actually gonna, let's try to open with that. Let's open with guy. I want to open with the attacks all enemy, decrease speed. Yeah, it's good. And then he'll do speed next. So let's all do autos. Guess we'll do this as the opener for him. And then for this guy, I don't want to use the remove all buffs or his speed that early. So I guess we just open with this. And then second, that's the opener. Then we'll do first choice. And then it'll use this. I think that'll probably be good. The only thing I can see here that I would like to put on is Geomancer in this, just because he can remove buffs and he has the highest awakening, but I don't know what I remove. I really like, I mean, we have triple support in this, so I don't, maybe Grand Oak is not the best for her. Nah, he's really good at Hydra. Yeah, these are all just generally good at Hydra. So we'll just go in here on auto. I know we do not have a provoke at the moment, but our options for provoke on this particular account weren't great. I believe we had the PvP champion, which isn't the best. And also, I'm just a really big fan of auto. I don't know if anybody else has time for that, but yeah, I love auto. So let's just go ahead and get this done. No one's got time to go through 20 minutes of Hydra. I think this team will be well good enough to do 20 million damage. And we got block buffs going. We've got tons of stuff going. Nobody's even close to dying. Yeah, this is looking really sweet. All the heads are kind of dying at one time as well. And once these other guys are booked as well, these other lizard men support, that's going to be even more sick. Yeah, the only lizard men I would say that isn't like super needed is the res speed guy, but he does have the remove all buff, which I think is where we really want to go. And once these heads start to go down, we will be able to bring back some of this max HP that we are losing. And this leech, like I've said before, this leech debuff is like actually just so good. And the full AoE block buffs on top of the remove them in the first place, these guys are absolutely disgusting. So I know it doesn't look like we're ramping damage too hard now because we're just about to crack 4 million, but we're only on round 16. And once the heads go down, we're going to be doing a lot of damage to them. So the 2 heads on the left looking pretty close to go down. We're about to hopefully get our homie back soon here. There it is. Getting a xenomorph back, muy important. And the block buffs go off. So we are a quarter of the way there. And once this head on the left goes down, I think damage is going to ramp quite significantly because then the middle goes down. And they all just start taking a lot of damage. First head should go down right about now. There it is. Damage should start going crazy mode here. Yep. And this other head's about to go down too. Brimstone going off there is very nice. We can have Ezio have poison right now. That would be like insane. All right. And that's the other head down. We're at just shy of 10 million here. Looking pretty good, boys. Our team is healthy as an ox. So I'm going to, I guess, like just keep staring. I guess. I don't know. I was going to walk away and come back and... Oh my god, the chunks. And like I know there is like obviously you would focus if you're playing on manual to get to quick mode, to get to like the head of decay I needs to like go down. You need to have like provoke so you stop certain things from happening, and then the debuff removal. It's a lot of work. No one's got time for that. All right, we play auto here, boys. So we'll knock out this. He should be able to get to brutal as well. All right, so the head. Oh shit. We need to make sure we take out this guy on the right here. So I'm just gonna click him real quick so we can get our homie back. Would like to get my homie back, please. My homies are being provoked. Yo, Desert Queen, I need you to do some shit. We're gonna lose our homie. Stop the debuffs. Stop the provokes. We're losing the battle. Head of Decay is actually owning me right now. Get down the shield. We just need a couple attacks to go over there and we're like pretty good to go. Why is this? Is it not just targeting this guy? All right, there we go. Oh, that was the Head of Light. Mischief. Suffering. Wrath. All right, another head is down. Gonna ramp some damage. We're about 5 million off our 20 million mark here, which will be good. Head of Wrath seems it's like it's pretty good, dude. He ate another one of my homies. I believe he did. Let's take out Mr. Provoke over here and get our homie back. Let's kill the guy on the left because he's pretty close to dying, and then let's kill this Wrath so our AoEs do a bit more damage. I don't like AoEs not doing a good amount of damage. Yeah, that was a lot. Jesus. All right, thanks for my homie back. All right, target the guy on the left. He also puts Leech, which I don't like. Yeah, once we get this head on the left down, we'll go for the Wrath one with that guy. Nice, Desert Queen, nice. Remove those debuffs. Do the debuff, stop buffs from spreading. Ooh, this is looking real good. We're getting the lead now. Yeah, you don't like that, do you, little bitches? All right, that head's gone. All right, Wrath, now it's your turn, buddy. Ooh, but I definitely don't like the suffering. Minus poison? That's not cool. Is this the poison from all heads? Yeah, okay. We should probably get rid of the Mr. Suffering after this one. We're at 22 million, so we're chilling. Let's go ahead and focus guy on the right to get our homie back. And then we'll go for the Blight. It's on the head that there's like a 50% chance to attack the other head. Super obnoxious, by the way. Well, hopefully we can get the head we want to die down soon. And we did hit quick battle on this, which is quite nice. It was the goal. And it does look like we are now just going to be a man down. The Hex head, we just missed too many attacks. It's quite unfortunate. Yeah, I think we landed like 2 attacks out of all of them. I do believe this is where the team will fall, but we did get over our 20 million, which was basically the goal. So now we can do quick battle, and then I believe we could probably do even well into the next one, but we will see. Also, like I said, these guys eventually getting booked will make a massive difference. Get him, Desert Queen. Get him. She's cooking. Look at her go. The Desert Queen that could, baby. And now she's gone. Perfect. All right. So now Necron has unlocked hard. With the 20 million. And our clan's not even on Brutal. So we don't need to worry about that. And the reason our clan's not on Brutal because no one's doing fucking Hydra. We have 2 people. I'm not even on here. I'm actually redoing my Hydra team. So I kind of just wanted to wait until I do that. But yeah, I should be able to almost... I think I should be able to one-shot hard after I'm done. Theoretically. All right, and then we have Chimera. Where are we at with Chimera? Apparently we don't have any keys with Chimera. Okay, cool. All right, so I can't really help you there. We did tons of re-gearing, and I believe that is going to wrap it up for this. Okay. So with that, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Of course, I'm Robert Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.